All right, so now I'm just having some fun. Okay, so I'm looking at this problem. It's question 14 from 2.1. Among fatal plane crashes that occurred during the past 60 years, 581 were pilot error, 91 were human error, 653 were weather, 629 were mechanical, and 634 were sabotage. All right, so in order to find the relative frequency, you have to know the total. So you add all of those up. You add up the 581 and the 91, 653 to get a total, right? And then you would divide, like, let's say pilot error, by that total to get its relative frequency. The relative frequency is just relative to the other categories based on 100%. Okay, so what did I mean by let's have a little fun? So I was just kind of messing around with some StatCrunch, and I think you might even find that this is fun to do yourself. So I'm going to click to copy the table. I'm going to open it up in StatCrunch and see what I got going on here. All right, so let's see. First of all, I'm going to grab this right here and make this a little bit wider so I can see this whole entire column. See, when you get that double arrow right there, you could size the column. All right, now, what do I want to do here? I got an idea. We know how to calculate the frequency, right? It's just how many times it occurs. We know how to calculate the relative frequency. It says this number divided by the total, and then this number divided by the total, and then this number divided by the total. So let's learn how to build an expression in StatCrunch. Let's go to data, right? And then we're going to go to compute. Then we're going to go to expression. Sorry about that. Compute expression. All right, and then we're going to go to build. So I don't know how many of you used Excel before, but this is the same thing as entering an Excel formula. All right, so what do we want to do? Well, we want to get the frequency divided by, so I'm going to click frequency, add column. Our formula is going to be up in this bar right here. And then if I divide that by the sum of the frequency, that will give me the relative frequency. So let's go down here, look for the word sum. I think you can even start typing, but it's alphabetical. And there we go. We have sum. So I'm going to add sum. And then in these parentheses here, so you want the argument to be in the parentheses. It's just, I don't know, it can be fickle, all right? But I'm going to go ahead and delete that right parenthesis and click frequency, and then I'm going to add that column, and then I'm going to close the parenthesis. And then I'm going to hit, let's see, then I'm going to hit OK. And I guess we might want to call this our relative frequency, or rel freq or something, so we can identify it. And look at that. Pretty cool, right? So StatCrunch has added this. Wow, look at all those decimal places. So StatCrunch has calculated the relative frequency for us, right? But we want this in percent, so we could multiply that by 100, right? So let's go ahead and do this one more time. Hope I don't run out of time here. So let's go to data, and then compute expression. So I'm going to take that relative frequency, and I'm going to multiply that by 100. So I'm going to take relative frequency, and then I'm going to multiply that, and click the asterisk, by 100. What happened? So by 100, and then I'll call this RF. Let's see, we'll call it RF percent. All RF percent. And now we have our relative frequency as percentage. And hopefully I don't run out of time, but let's do one more thing. I think we can round this to 1 decimal place, which is what the problem asked. So let's go to data. We'll go to compute. We'll go to expression. We're going to build it. Now we want this RF. Well, hold on. Let's see. We want to round it. So we want to round it to 1 decimal place. So down here, you'll see there's a round to function. I don't have a lot of familiarity with this function, but let's just give it a shot, see what we can come up with. So I want to round my relative frequency, so I'm going to add that column, and then I'm going to round it to 1 decimal place, so comma 1, and then I'll just call this final answer. This column right here, and compute. Wow, that worked out great. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed. You don't have to use StatCrunch to do all this stuff, but I hope you do enjoy having some fun with it, because you can really do some amazing things using statistical programming packages. Anyway, I will talk to you soon.